Okay, so today we're going to marinate the chicken for a little bit after we cut it up, and then we're going to saute it and cool it down for tomorrow, as well as boil off our pasta. So if you remember, this is how we clean the rosemary properly, and we're going to mince it up. This is about how much you need, about one small sprig, or even less. Okay, thyme, remember, just pull down. All right. Remember, we don't want these thick parts. The little blossoms in the front you can keep, okay? And that's about it. And then I will mince this up. Bit, okay, good. This is about good right here. Okay, that's minced. Remember, really, really fine, okay? Now I'm gonna get my yellow cutting board and get ready to prep my chicken. Okay, so now we're gonna just do a refresher on how we're gonna dice up the chicken. I got my nice chicken breast here. If it's a little frozen, it's okay. Our fridges get really cold. Sometimes when it's frozen, it's easier to cut because it's not sliding around so much. So the first thing we're gonna do, which we've learned before, we're gonna butterfly. We're gonna go right down in half through the center here. So go through the front of the lobe. And our knives I sharpened them again yesterday. They're very sharp. So we got our two lobes separated. Okay, get another one if you, as best you can. Use your cut glove and take your time. Okay, just let the knife and the blade do all the work. Okay. So we want, for chicken soup, we don't want like huge chunks. We want them to be spoon size. Okay, no giant chunks. All right. So we're gonna go for like a medium dice as well, at the same size as your carrots. And you see if it's a little frozen, it's easier to cut. They do this when you make beef carpaccio and stuff like that, which is another lesson, okay? I'm just gonna do this fast because for the sake of time, okay? The same with these, okay? Just take your time, get a nice cut, okay? Remember the consistency, because once you let these marinate for a couple minutes, you're gonna saute them on medium heat with just a touch of oil in the pan. We don't want a lot of color. We're not, and I repeat, we're not doing this to be white hot like when we did our lo mein or our stir fries. We don't want white hot. We just want medium heat, maybe just a little brown, okay? No char, no grill. We're not making, Cajun chicken soup here, okay? So I got my nice dices here now, okay? I'm gonna put everything in the bowl and then season it. All right, so I got my nice dice here, nice and consistent, okay? So I'm gonna add my minced, as you can see, nice and thin, that's the minced. Add that, maybe just not all of it. Okay, a pinch of pepper, a decent pinch of salt. Remember, the soup is gonna have a bit of salinity to it, which means salt, so you don't wanna get too high. Just a touch of extra virgin olive oil, and just give it a mix. Okay, make sure you get everything nice and evenly distributed, all right? Okay, when you saute this in the pan, remember medium heat, okay? You don't want too much color, just a little brown, okay? And they're all nice, even sized pieces, okay? I mean, when you do chicken soup, you could do, grilled chicken and cut it up, but this way is even easier. This is what they usually do in restaurants, okay? And then after you cook it, how do we check the temperature? Bam, all right? What's the internal temperature for chicken? Anyone? Very good. All right, guys, so we'll do this. We'll cook this off, make sure it's 165. Place it in the small Ziploc bag and leave it open on the counter. We'll put it away. And the pasta you'll put in a large bag. Make sure to label your group and period number because you're gonna have 3 bags altogether for tomorrow.